Okay. So the last class we discussed PLSQL variables, non-PLSQL variables, and then conditional statements. Okay. If else and else if is done. And now same kind of basic chapter for us and also important. Definitely we are going to use this in real time is iterative statements. Okay. So statement means, you know, already, right? So something, nothing but executable statement, right? So that statement iterative means nothing but is going to be repeated. So if you want to execute any statement repeatedly, okay, so like more than one time if you want to execute, so then it's little difficult. For example, I want to execute same statement, okay, with a different input or somehow for 100 times. So then what you have to do, you have to write all that, sorry, same that statement for 100 times. Same statement repeatedly for 100 times you have to write. Okay, so instead of writing same statement for multiple times which you want to execute, what I'm going to use now, so I'm going to use this concept iterative statements, nothing but loop. Okay, so generally what is meaning by loop? Same thing. Once it will fall in the loop means continuously it will be repetition happen. The same thing here also. Whatever the statement you want to execute, okay, so that statement you can write in the loop. If you want to execute that statement 100 times, now you don't need to write that statement for 100 times. Simply write only one time, but inside the loop, and inform that loop after 100 times stop the execution. Okay, just instead of writing 100 times same statement, what I'm going to do, I'm placing that statement now in a loop and asking that loop after completion of 100 times execution, please stop the execution. That's what I'm just telling. Okay, so for that we have here simple loop, while loop, and for loop. Okay, so in this simple loop we'll be using for some time in real time, and while very rarely, and for loop very important. Definitely we are going to use most of the times. Okay, and basically this chapter itself definitely we are going to use 99% of the times in real time. Okay, now first we'll see what is meant by simple loop, and then we'll go with remaining. Okay, so whatever the statement you want to execute, for example, I want to execute this statement 1, statement 2, like a select statement, okay, or insert statement or something, whatever it is. I want to execute these 2 statements for 100 times. Okay, so then what you have to do, you have to repeat the same statement for 100 times, right? So but instead of writing that same statement for 100 times, what I'm going to do, simply writing this inside the loop. I'll just write this loop and I'll write these 2 statements after that and end of the loop. That's it. Okay, but what you need to do extra, it will not come out, it will be executing. Okay, n number of times it will go on, but not required, right? So it's need to come out of the loop, means it need to stop this execution of the statements after some time as per the requirement. For example, I want to execute only for 100 times. So then you have to say Oracle engine or to the loop, what I have to say, exit after 100 times of execution. That's it. So that's why what I'm extra writing here in the syntax, exit condition. Okay, exit and place the condition, whatever the condition it is, like 100 times execution, 10 times execution, like that. Okay, now, so when it will come out of, whenever the condition is true. Okay, whatever the condition you are writing, if that condition is true, then it will come out of the loop. Okay, if condition is true, then it will comes out of the loop. Okay, fine. Clear, right? Same. We'll check with while. The while is little opposite to simple loop, just opposite to loop. So I'm just taking this as it is, then we'll see how it is going to look. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. So here in the while loop, same, whatever you want to execute, that statements I'm keeping inside the loop. Okay. But the name is here, not just loop, right? It's a while. So what I'm writing here, I'm writing that loop name is while. Okay. And extra thing here, whatever the exit condition you was writing inside the loop, that now I'm going to write here itself in the top of the loop. Okay. Before entering the loop only, I'm writing this exit condition. Okay. So in case of simple loop, I'm writing that exit condition inside the loop. Okay. Simply to say bottom of the loop. Now here, top of the loop I'm writing in case of while. That is only the difference. Now, in case of simple loop, when it is coming out, actually, it was coming out whenever the condition is true. Okay. But here, if condition is false, it will go out of the loop. Okay. So means condition is true means it will enter inside and it will execute. If condition is false, it will not go inside the loop. Okay. So very simple thing. So the difference between simple loop and while loop is, in case of simple loop, we are writing the exit condition at the bottom of the loop like this. In case of while loop, we will be writing this condition at the top of the loop here. Okay. And in case of simple loop, it will come out of the loop only whenever the condition is true. But here in while loop, it will comes out when the condition is false. Okay. So this is just difference between simple loop and while loop. Okay. Now, for loop. We'll see the syntax of for loop also. Then we'll go with example for it. For loop is very simple, but important for us. Name is for, so just written for like a same while I written for here. Okay. And thereafter, I need a variable kind of here to store my data. When we are discussing with example, you will understand better. So you need to write a variable name here. We need to declare this variable or not, or what we have to do, we'll discuss later. Okay. As of now, I'm taking a variable there to hold my data for variable. Okay. Followed by in, and then the data source. Okay. Whatever it is, data source. Okay. Like a select star from EMP or EMP table or whatever, you know, right? What is meant by data source? While writing a select statement, you will write from EMP like that. I need a source here. Okay. So that data source. So whatever data source you are giving, from that data source, it will take into this variable. That's it. Same like a select statement. From this data source, it will take into this variable name till the end of this data in this source. That's it. So means you don't need to write any condition. Automatically till end of this source. For example, in this source is nothing but I have EMP table and I have 10 rows in EMP table. So till the 10 rows, it will be looping. No need to write any exit condition. Okay. So then loop then you can write whatever the statements you want to execute repeatedly. Same like above. Then end of the loop. That's it. Okay. So for loop is different, completely different when compared to simple loop and while loop. Okay. So here, instead of writing exit condition, we are writing a data source. Okay. Till the end of the data in that source, the loop will be repeated. Okay. And the data from the data source, data will be loaded into this variable. Okay. And we'll discuss while discussing with example whether we need to declare this variable or not. If required, how to declare, we'll see later. We'll just go back and we'll see now how to work with simple loop. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I'm just writing here, I just want to print numbers 1 to 10. That's it. Okay, very simple program. So what I'm doing, I'm writing a declare block. Okay, and taking a variable. Okay, v, it's just a number, so I'm taking a v number, and data type is number, and assigning a value also here itself as a 1. Okay, so because I want to print numbers from 1 to 10, so I written 1 there. Okay, so I assigned 1. Now in the begin section, I'm just going to print that 1 first. Let's see, dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. End of the program. Okay, here what I have to print, I just need to print that number. So that number is already assigned to this variable v number. So I'm printing v number only. Okay, so as of now, this is fine. Let's execute this. Then we'll discuss what else is required to print other numbers. Let me connect to this. Okay, this is my program, but let me enable this output also. Okay, now I'm executing this. Okay, PLSQL procedure successfully completed, and you can see this output 1. Fine. So what else I need now? I want to print the next number 2. Okay, so to print next number, what I have to do? I have to write one more time dbms dot output line, and here I have to write v number plus 1, for example. Let's see what will happen if I execute this. I'm clearing this output, executing now, successfully completed, and you can see from the first dbms output, it's printing 1. From second one, it is printing v number plus 1. Okay, so if I want to print next number 3 also, so then what I have to do? Same statement I'm repeating, right? Same statement only I'm repeating. Now what I have to do here? I have to write plus 2 definitely. So executing is printing 1, 2, 3. So like that, if I want to print 10 numbers means definitely I have to write 10 times as we discussed, right? So instead of writing the same statement 10 times, what I'm going to do now, I am going to write only for 1 time. Okay, I'm just going to delete these 2 statements only for 1 time, but I'll increase these intervals with 1. I'm just deleting this. Let it be v number. I'm clearing it. Now what I have to do? I have to write this statement in loop. Loop. Okay. And which statement I want to repeatedly execute? This one. So then end of the loop. Done. So how many times it's need to be repeated? 10 times. So I'm writing exit condition. Okay, so what is my exit condition now? It just need to come out only whenever it reaches 10 number. Okay, so I'm writing here exit when, where is my numbers in this variable, right? V number is equal to 10. So if I write equal to 10 means whenever it is 10, then what will happen? It will comes out and it won't print 10. It won't go for 10, right? So what you can do, you can write other way, any other way. If it is more than 10, we'll write like this. Let's see. Whenever it is more than 10, like 11, it has to come out of the loop. Okay, let's see now. I have not written anything. Let's execute and see what will happen. Okay, and you can see, you forgot about this error messages, but see this output, what is happening. One is printed repetitively. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, it's not going up. Okay, forget about this also. I'm not unable to count it. 1 second. If I try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I'm unable to count it. It's okay. Now what we have to do is, we know already, instead of printing same one, you can see this message, right? It is printing 1 repetitively, right? So we should not print 1 only. We have to print the next number also. So what we can do now, I'm just going to, first I'm printing 1. Okay, so this dbms output.put line will print 1. So after printing 1, what I have to do? I have to increase plus 1. Repetitively happen, right? So after increasing this, what I have to do? I have to definitely store in the same variable. Okay, I'm increasing with 1. Already V number is having 1, right? Already it is having 1, and I'm printing 1 here. And thereafter, what I'm doing in the second line inside loop, V number is already having 1 and increasing with 1. So 1 plus 1 will be happen 2, and I'm storing that 2 in the same variable again. Okay, and checking the condition, 2 greater than 10. No, false. False means it will continue the loop again. It will go back. It will print 2. Okay, after printing 2, it will go to the second line. And here, what is the current number inside? It is 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 will be stored in this. And again, it will check the condition. 3 is more than 10. No. So it will go back. 3 will be printed. So then 3 plus 1, 4. 4 greater than 10. False. Again, it will go back. 4 will be printed. 4 plus 1, 5. So like that, it will be repeated. So like that, now imagine 9 plus 1, 10. 10 more than 10? No. So it will go back. It will be printed. 10 plus 1, 11. 11 more than 10? Yes. It has to come out. Okay. Let's see now. I'm executing. Successfully completed. Okay. And see this. What is printed? Okay. It's printed till 10. Okay. So any confusion till there? Any confusion? Clear, right? So this is about simple loop. First, let me copy it to there. Then same program we'll try with while loop. Okay, same program, nothing I'm changing. Okay, same like a syntax. I'm just adding here while, and the condition need to be verified top of the loop. Means before entering the loop only, I have to verify the condition. So I'm taking the same condition now, and then we'll see whether it will work or not. While B number more than 10 loop, and this is not required here, so I'm deleting now. So right now V number is having 1. In the begin section, first it will check this. V number is having right now 1. 1 more than 10? No, false. False means what? It will not go inside the loop. It will come out. Right? So what we need to do now here? We have to change this condition. So I'm writing v number less than 10. Okay, so now v number is having right now 1. 1 is less than 10. Yes, it will go inside now. It will print 1. 1 plus 1, 2. It will go back. 2 less than 10. Yes, 2 will be printed. Then 2 plus 1, 3. Go back. 3 less than 10. So like that it will be repeating. So imagine now I have 9. 9 printed. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 less than 10. False. Right? Let's see now. I'm clearing this output, executing, successfully completed. Okay, understood, right? It printed only till 9 because 9 printed, then 9 plus 1, 10. Checking this condition now, 10 less than 10. False. When it is false, it will come out of the loop. Means it will not go inside the loop. That's why you are unable to see 10. So means what you have to do, you have to write some different conditions. So I'm writing there v number less than or equal to 10. So means 9 plus 1, 10. 10 less than or equal to 10. Yes, 10 is equal to 10. Means it will go inside. It will print to 10. Then 10 plus 1, 11. 11 less than or equal to 10? No, false. Then it will come out of the loop. Let's see. Okay, successfully completed. Okay, till 10 printed, 11 is not printing because some condition is false. Simple loop, while loop, both are almost the same. Only the difference is we are checking the condition at the top of the loop in case of while, and it will come out of the loop whenever the condition is false. But in case of simple loop, we will be checking the condition inside the loop or bottom of the loop, and it will comes out of the loop only whenever the condition is true. Okay, that's only the difference between these two. But definitely we have to write exit condition. If you forget to write exit condition, what will happen? It will go for infinite loop. Means it will not come out. Now, other important thing, very, very important thing for us, for loop. We will be discussing about this for loop later in the next class also. Okay, with some another extra concepts. But as of now, what is meant by for loop and how it is working, we'll see. For example, same thing. I just want to print same 1 to 10 numbers using for loop. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just removing this while and writing here for. We know we need a variable there. So I'm taking v number there and then in, and then what I need a data source. What is my source here? I just need to print 1 to 10 numbers. So I need numbers from 1 to 10. So I'm writing here 1, 2 dots followed by 10. So what is this 2 dots is nothing but will indicate range. Okay, these 2 dots will indicate range. So means I'm telling 1 to 10 numbers. So what will happen? Every time, first time it will take 1 inside this variable, second time 2, next time 3, it's like that. Last number will be 10. So after 10, automatically it will comes out of the loop. Okay, till completion of the data in this source, the loop will be repeated. No need to write any exit condition here. Okay, for variable in data source is 1 to 10 here and then loop. Now I'm printing this. Okay, v number, and is it required to increase? Not required now. Okay, it's not required to increase the number because anyhow it will be taking 1 by 1 only. Let's see now. I'm just clearing this. Okay, successfully completed, and you can see these 10 numbers is printing easily. Okay, there is no exit condition here, right? There is no exit condition and there is no incremental. We are not increasing +1 every time, and we are not writing exit condition. In this simple program only, we are eliminating 2 statements. Means somewhat we are reducing the code here in case of for loop. Okay, so means definitely it will be executing little faster when you compare to simple loop and while loop, because there first it has to check the condition, then it has to increment, then it is executing in case of this program. But here I'm not checking the condition and I'm not incrementing that also. So definitely I don't have 2 lines, means definitely I'll be little faster. Okay, so means what I'm trying to say here, when compared to simple loop and while loop, for loop will be faster in performance. Okay, so that's why we will be using in real time most of the times for loop only. Okay, so we'll be discussing and we'll be using this for loop many of the times in our class. Okay, but as of now, any confusion here? Okay, so what I'm going to do now, let me do this. Copy. We declared a variable and then we are using that variable. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm removing this declare block itself here from the program. Directly started with the begin now. Okay, and if you are getting confusion, I just want to remove this number. Okay, I given a different name here, v now, like a variable. I told this is a variable. Okay, in the first program, I am using a variable. Okay, and that is declared also, right? I declared a variable and using that. And of course, I assigned a value also to that variable. But now what we'll do in this program, I am using a variable vnum, which is not declared. Okay. If it is not declared, what you have to do? You can use it as a bind variable. Means you have to place a symbol like this. That also I'm not using. I'm not using bind variable here. I'm just writing a variable name. Some name I written. Okay. And then same thing, 1 to 10 loop, and here my variable name changed, right? So vnum, that's it. End of the loop. Let me execute this program only till here. Very simple, right? I'm not even declaring this variable. Let's see what will happen. Successfully completed, and you can see this output till 10 successfully printed. Okay, so means what is happening here? Extra advantage is no need to declare that variable also, which I'm using. Okay, so whatever the name you are writing here after for, that will be treated automatically as a variable. Okay, so you no need to declare that variable in the declare block. If you declare also, no problem. Like a first program, we declared and we assigned a value and we are using that. Okay, if you declare also, no problem, but not required. Whatever the name you are writing after for keyword, that will be automatically treated as a variable. So this is for us extra advantage definitely. So one more, not one more, 2 more, 3 more lines of code is not there for us. Okay, so means definitely it is faster, right? So now if we compare to simple loop and while loop, here we don't have exit condition, no need to declare variable. Okay, no need to write any incremental operator. So definitely this is faster for us. Very simple thing. Okay, so that's why this is important for us. Because of this performance, we will be using this one only most of the times in real time. Okay, so any confusion till now about this for loop and another loops also if you have? Anyone is having confusion, you can ask me. It's very important thing for us. Okay, so if you don't have any confusion, then I asked you one program to write in last class using conditional statements. I'm not sure how many people written. I saw one code. I'll execute that after some time and I'll see. Okay, but remaining people, no one tried it seems. Then it's up to you. Today also, I'm giving one more program to you to write. Okay, same, use simple loop, same requirement, but write 3 different programs. Okay, same requirement with Simple loop, same requirement with while loop, same requirement with for loop. So how I am doing same requirement, right? I printed 1 to 10 numbers, but I used 3 loops. So I written 3 different programs. Same way, you also try to write using simple loop, while loop, and for loop. So what I have to do? Just print like this. Okay, I'll simplify it. Print 5 table. 5 table means, right? 5 1 ja 5. Okay. 5 2 ja 10. So like this, print this. Okay, that is one. And second requirement. So first requirement, you have to write 3 programs using 3 different loops. And second thing, okay, what you need to do, I'm writing 5 stars there. Okay, let me keep it here. Let me write it in the down directly so that you can understand. Okay, I written 5 stars there. Then I'm writing 4. Then I'm writing 3. Then I'm writing 2. Then I'm writing 1. Understood? Like this, my output has to be printed. You can do anything, I won't mind, but your output need to show like this. If I execute your program, it should be printed like this. Understood, right? And same thing, requirement 3. This is important concept, so that's why you have to definitely practice. Okay, so what I'm writing now, same stars only. Let's take first I'm writing 1 star, then 2 stars, then 3, then 4, then 5. Understood? Now totally 3 requirements into 3 programs. 3 3s are 9. You have to show me definitely these 9 programs, and yesterday 3 programs, totally 12 programs by today evening. You can send me on Zoom chat. Otherwise, you can update me somehow, but not on the WhatsApp. Okay.